Chris!
I thought she was on nights this week.
Chris! Why are you in my house? Again!
Volume?
Did you say volume?
The weather's changing, my hair is getting flat, I needed to do something, and I figured this was a great place to kind of check out some products before I buy anything.
Just ask next time, okay? It's a little weird when I come home and you're just here. Finish up. We have to get set up.
Welcome to another episode of If I Could Churn Back Time, the show where we teach you how to make ice cream, and we talk to people about experiences they've had that they'd maybe like to churn back and revisit. With us today, we've got Kyle Caffero. Kyle, welcome
Hi
to
there.
the kitchen.
Thank you for having me. Half my diet as a child was ice cream, so I'm
Perfect.
happy, feeling like a little kid again.
Diet currently. So
That's what I was 2020, huh?
So what kind of ice cream are we going to make today?
We are making hibiscus or jamaica, depends on who you're talking to, but just jamaica.
Why are we doing that?
Because I'm the founder of a company called BESTeas, and one of my favorite flavor is our hibiscus. So I said, you know what, let's do something. I normally would do cookies and cream or something normal, but we actually had our first production of cold brew hibiscus this week, so might as well just go the whole week with hibiscus.
It's fantastic. And this works out really well because the last couple of recipes that we've made have involved steeping an ingredient in the cream once it's all mixed together. Tea's the same way. So this is a natural progression in sort of how we're infusing our cream with flavorings. Now, Kyle, how do you do it with iced tea?
The way we're doing it now, we're doing cold brew, right? So this stuff will sit in a big old vat, couple 100-gallon vat, for about 18 hours in 36 to 38 degree water. And after that, you'll get a nice, smooth, bold flavor.
Well, let's get started. We've already gone through the process of making the base, so we'll kind of speed through that for you guys and catch you up when we move over to the stove and start adding in the flavoring. While we're mixing these together, talk to us a little bit about the process of starting a business.
It depends on what you're making, but you gotta be kind of crazy. Like I definitely was absolutely insane for 3 years, 4 years, I don't know. It's been a long time. Just a hot mess express. When we started, there was no small-scale beverage manufacturers in the Midwest or even really across the country. It was just large-scale manufacturers. So I had to convince a large-scale beverage manufacturer that sparkling unsweetened tea is going to be a thing, and I was going to be the person that did it. We've been around for 3 years, and for the last 3 years, it really hasn't been at the level I've wanted. Like you have to take what the world gives you in terms of the manufacturer can only do this, and my idea is this. The manufacturer can only use these type of ingredients, and these are the type of ingredients that I need to make it to the quality that I need. You know you're capable of more, you know this idea is capable of more, but it's not there because of X, Y, and Z. And having that vision and then like living with reality of what you are, sometimes that's pretty difficult, right? Like You're like, oh, well, are we just going to get stuck in this in-between space, or am I going to find the time and effort and energy and space or whatever the moment to go and get this from here to here?
So have you had any flavors, or have you guys tried any flavors that really haven't worked out?
This one in particular is black tea and lemon. Like, in order to carbonate anything at that large-scale manufacturer, they needed a juice that was without any particulate, right? So lemon juice, you see the particulate, you see the pulp, you see whatever in there. You take that out, and then also you take out like the other stuff. So this is clarified lemon juice that we're using. That stuff tastes like
ice cream.
And I didn't know that when I was starting. Lemon juice is pretty standard, right? But then all of a sudden you make it like even worse. And then you're putting it in your drink and you're putting your whole life into it. And it's like, some people like it, but I'm like, there's so much more potential to it. But you're limited by the manufacturer that you have, right? Fortunately, we have this new space, right, that we can brew the tea in the facility, real dark, awesome black tea. And then maybe instead of just lemon, I could add lemon and ginger, because at the facility, at this new facility, this small scale manufacturer, we don't need to have something without particulate. So we could throw real ginger juice in there and real lemon juice in there. And it's like, all right, it goes from right here to, oh, wow, this is like something that is really transformative.
Yeah.
Because initially my goal is to make the best unsweetened drinks possible. People drink a lot of sugar. It's still a really big thing. And it's really a socioeconomic thing. So my goal is to make the best unsweetened beverages and then make them accessible and affordable as possible, right? I think that's the scale I can do, right? So if you're here in the city, I can go across the city and distribute to all the grocery stores throughout the city, right? And get these things in there for a somewhat reasonable price, for a 6-pack for $8.99, $7.99 or whatever. That's what that's the best we can do as a small manufacturer, get it into stores. And then hopefully that gets people off of Mountain Dew or Coke or Pepsi and gets people away from drinking so much sugar. That I'm doing my best to solve that problem, right? Like, sometimes sparkling water is not enough for some people. They try it and they're so used to this Mountain Dew, like this overwhelming flavor, and maybe tea can be an answer to that. We'll see, right? That's what I'm doing my best on. But you got to have the flavor absolutely right. You have to have the liquid in here that's perfect in order for people to really be like, oh, I love this. And personally, I have to love this to the level that I know it's capable of, to really go off and be an advocate for it, right?
So we're ready for the tea edition here.
Let's do it. You want to do the honors?
Let's do it. We're doing the whole thing? Go big or go home.
Yeah, let's do it.
Holy cow.
Just from seeing the word, I couldn't tell you what hibiscus tastes like.
I knew it was
pick out that flavor.
It's
tart, but it's very familiar. You've had this in things before. Oh, there goes that flavor. Hold it up.
There you go.
It's purple.
Having this not to the quality that I wanted has been its own thing. Personally, having stability to do it, to put this out there. Initially, I was living this corporate life, right? I had a good salary coming in, so you're living comfortably, right? And all of a sudden, you're going off and pushing, and I had faith in my own ability and my own whatever to make this a thing, because my whole previous job was, I just sell drinks and I get them into distribution and I put them on promotion and blah, 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 blah. It's fairly easy. You have to start from A to B to C and then just keep on pushing and hopefully you can find a way. And glad we're on the path that I'm on now, but it's you hit some speed bumps along the way. And as an entrepreneur, right, if you're in a bus and you hit a speed bump, you don't feel it, right? You just, nothing really had it because you have this whole bus that protects you. But if you're going 40 miles an hour on your own bike and you hit a speed bump, you're falling and you're splattering on the road and people are looking at you and wondering, is this person still alive? And that's kind of how entrepreneurship has been for me. The first day, this production, this flavor, 600, we were supposed to make 2,000 cases. The can got too carbonated, and while they're pasteurizing them, they blew up, right? So instead of having 2,000 cases, we had 600 cases. You have to fight like hell to just get that off and keep it going, and then the inventory's off, and then production's off, and then all of a sudden just keeps on snowballing, and nobody knows. Nobody sees it. They're just like, how are you doing? I'm like, I guess I'm alive still.
Where do I start?
Yeah, where do I start? So I started thinking, you know what, I'll build a kegerator. Ice cream. Around with these drinks. Try to make them better, right?
A kegerator?
Yeah, a kegerator. So refrigerator, I drilled a hole into it, and then just had a little keg in there that I could put drinks into, cold brew tea in there, and just mess around with it. Then I was like, all right, we'll brew it and monkey around with it, cold brew it, and then that idea sat in my head. I'm like, I'm going to cold brew it at some point. And then I met the right guy this summer. He's got a ice cream cold brew coffee company here in the city, and we were able to cold brew it. And boom, hopefully that's the thing, right? I could be wrong. I've been so excited about this thing, that thing, this thing, that thing, and you don't know what's going to truly resonate with people. Dude, 10 years ago, I was in a warehouse packing boxes, and now, I have the ability to, live my own dream and do whatever I want with myself. Nobody tells me what to do, besides, we have to manufacture and have to get some POs and get together. But, that's a pretty awesome life, and I'm really happy about that.
If I was someone who wanted to start my own business, or if I wanted to go out and have my own endeavor and be my own boss, or, you know, just have my own project, whatever it was, what advice would you give them?
Start as small as you can, right? I think that's like the best advice you can get, right?
Like within your means?
Yeah,
So-
even with like even if you even have the means, start small. You guys are doing this YouTube channel. Those two things you already have. Rather than spending $2,000 on a freaking camera,
Yeah.
you're doing it and you're getting going, because momentum is easy to build when you're small.
Yeah.
And it's even harder. I feel like it's harder to build when you have all this pressure on, right? If you bought those if you had two cameras that are $4,000 total, it would cause something in your head to just have this anxiety towards this whole thing. So in order to try something new, to do something new, you need to be as far from anxiety as you can be, right? Like, you need some sort of stability. You need to understand that, yeah, you're gonna
Ice cream.
and that's okay. It's part of the process. Starting small allows that for it to be the thing. If you start big and you,
Ice cream.
it sucks. Like, and then you're out of those resources. Those things. Then it becomes toxic, right? It becomes this thing that you were maybe not like you were passionate about, but then you have to live with the reality of what it was, and you started too big, and all of a sudden it's this big
Ice cream.
mess. Don't underestimate how big of a mess you can make in life, like as we pour these things. Yeah, I've had some close ones in terms of that. Like,
This is not really straining. Is our problem. Yeah, it's really thick. So what are we going to do?
it's still edible.
I think that we should just see how thick that is. I think we should just spoon it out.
Okay.
You know?
It's like a little claw.
Yeah, people also get afraid of starting things. Like, that's kind of how that's how Chris and I met. Like, some people are just afraid to put themselves out there, and I'm still not afraid of that, I guess. We had community yoga in our neighborhood for a long time, and then this pandemic hit, and then I was just like, yo, why are we not doing this? And you can't be afraid to put yourself out there, and all of a sudden it was a thing, and some days we had like 70 people there.
And I loved like what a leadership lesson that was too, because like you weren't in a position of any sort of like authority.
Yeah, I was just
you weren't a teacher. You weren't anybody that like.
Yeah, I was just loudmouth. We saw the amount of people that came together and taught, and then people that just came and started yoga for the first time because of that. And a lot of the skills I learned from starting this just transferred over, right? So, well, we need an Instagram. We need the information to be all kind of digitalized now for the winter, right? Because we can't do anything indoors.
It just took one person to do not a lot of work.
Yeah, not too
Just
much.
Check things in.
Yeah, and then I just showed up and I was like, "Yo, this is cool. I'm happy to do this," and it was good for me. I was my posture was bad. My lower back was a little sore. And then all of a sudden, I came out of the summer and I was like, "Man, I'm feeling good."
I wonder if it will be sweet, or if it will be, because it's naturally a little bit,
It's a little sweet, little tart,
a little tart.
little puckeriness.
Well,
I wonder if it'll taste more like a fruit kind of
Yeah.
I think
gelato thing.
it'll be more like, you know, how chai latte and chai tea, kind of like the chai latte is a sweeter version of it. It's with milk and everything in there.
Mhm.
I think that's what this is going to be like.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like a latte.
Well, this is what we have. It's a beautiful purple color, pinkish purple, magenta. Maybe?
Magenta, that's magenta.
That's what we're looking for.
Magenta.
Yeah.
All right. How many adults does it take? So
I got this.
let's churn it.
You get the bitterness.
Yeah. It's really
Mm.
potent.
So if I didn't know what this was, I would think it was a berry
Yeah.
of some kind. There's a very much fruitiness to it.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty good. I'm into it.
It is.
Yeah.
A lot of that sort of pucker that you get too goes away after you freeze the ice cream more. Like after you let it rest overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that kind of calms down. Because yeah, it is extremely sour.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's good,
really
though.
like right back here.
Yeah. I like it. I think we did it.
Yeah, this is delicious.
This was successful.
Yeah. And it came out pretty, and we didn't have to add any dyes or coloring to it.
Yeah. So these are your 3 flavors.
Yeah, hibiscus with lime, black tea with lemon, which may or not be changing at some point soon, and green tea with pomegranate.
So would you say the black tea is a limited edition at this point?
Oh, it's welcome limited. Yeah.
See what you did there. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, no, it's just new and improved is another
Yeah.
thing.
And where's the best place for people to try your teas?
Pretty much, since this is going on the internet, right? I think this is the year of people buying things on the internet.
Mhm.
So we are on wearebesties.com. That's our website, BESTeas. And then I'm pretty proud of this. They're $36 a case for 24 cans. So it comes out to $1.50. That's about as good as a small business can do. We do it with free shipping, $36, and then these guys are on sale. Since they're going out. They're good. We're working towards this next production run on these. However you want to word it. We got a lot of them. We got to sell a lot of them still. They're actually $24 for 24 cans. So eventually, I'll be on this. I'll have my own channel, Kai the Beverage Guy. That's
I
just
love
an
that.
idea that I've had. But I want to talk more about drinks. When I made that kegerator, I was like, I need to have some sort of outlet to do this. The reason why I thought about Kai the Beverage Guy was because I almost got recruited for a certain reality TV show that was for dating. I think I signed something, so I can't say exactly what it was, but it was fairly large and pretty crazy of an idea.
When you say recruited, though, they didn't send a letter to your house saying we
No,
need
but
you for this.
we
You
found-
signed up for it.
No, I didn't sign up
You
for
didn't sign
anything.
up for it?
No, we found each other. One of the casting directors and I found each other on one of the dating apps.
Nice. That's
And
how we
then-
met.
And then
Yeah.
she was like, do you want to go on this show? And I was like, what the f*** is that show? And then I watched a couple episodes and I was like, I got these things. I need to sell them. And I probably would be something off of that, right? Eventually I'll make my own beverage channel where I talk about other people's drinks, what goes into making a drink, what goes into this process, this type of tea, this type of kombucha, this. Talk to other founders, talk to distribution partners, talk to retailers, just talk to people within the industry and just kind of be a loud weirdo, which is kind of a thing I'm good at.
And really, it's not a topic you can cover on a podcast. If
No.
No, you need to talk
You need
about
to
it. Yeah.
see what's going into these things and what the products look like.
You need to pour it and it's like, what's this smell like? And where can you find it? Why did it pique my interest? And just I guess I do feel like I am an expert on what people drink. I've been in the industry for 8 years and I get pretty obsessive about things and I understand, I've made it, I made my own, and I understand how things work, and it would be cool to educate people on why, and also why do we need more unsweetened beverages? What's the problem with that? Why do I have my company? Why am I doing this? If you want to be successful, you have to put yourself out there.
All right, well, that's it for us.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for that
Thanks for
awesome
coming.
exit. That was beautiful. I felt that. I was like, all right, that's it.
We're done? All right, good.
Yeah,
Go
good.
out here.
Nice to see you. Well, also, can I have more of that ice cream?